Sometimes in life, if you want to get to the truth, you have to look at the numbers. Unfortunately, 50% of all dogs over 10 years old will die of cancer, and the other 40 to 50% suffer miserably from skin issues or joint problems. And this is widely attributed to your dog's diet. These numbers are what inspired Dr. Dennis Black to create Ruff Greens. With thousands of testimonials and 5-star reviews every month, Ruff Greens is now the #1 all-natural dog supplement in America. They've helped millions of pups, like mine, stay active and be healthy. And your pup could be next. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. You just cover shipping. Go to ruffgreens.com. Just use promo code DISCO. That's RUFFGREENS.com. Promo code DISCO. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Ruff Greens. Next is from Human Shield. The subject is NXT's approach to security. Hi, guys. I know Jim Cornette. Oh, this is interesting because I listened to Cornette talking about this. I know Jim Cornette and other veterans have been critical of modern wrestling security in the sense that they're always blatantly indie guys. They have wrestlers' haircuts that just look like indie wrestlers. I'm curious and hoping you could give your opinion on the way NXT has presented security. Instead of the security being wrestlers but hiding it, they're open about the fact that many of the security team are performance center or evolved performers. In kayfabe, it kind of makes sense, right? You have these tough athletes at your disposal. Why not use them in that role? It's also how Hank Walker developed into an on-screen character so it could be used for stories too. Cornette did a really funny bit on this too. It was a long thing, it was like 17 minutes, but he's talking about the same thing that we do. He's like, how like the security guards don't know how to work or act, so they just kind of like wave their arms around like they're, hey, and me and Konnan have always said, if you're producing a pull apart with security guards as a shoot, grab the guy, 4 or 5 of you, and have the guy try to work his way out of you guys shoot holding him.
That's right. Not only that, Disco, think about this. When they've had boxing brawls, the security hose people down. They ain't getting thrown around. UFC, nobody's getting thrown around like a J-Bron. These guys get thrown around like they're nothing to the point it's become a trope. But you know what I'm saying? They should have some tough guys pull people down and almost have them a character, like a Doug Dillinger guy. He was a character in WCW. Remember? All right, everybody.
And
everybody actually, that's not wrestling needs to get out of the dressing room.
And people, one thing that we did very well back in the Impact TNA days, but we got 2 big security guards. Kevin, what was the guy's name?
Kevin Quinn?
No, Kevin, the guy's last name. Him and Joe Legend. They were big guys that looked like security.
And if you remember, bro, and Joe Joe was no pushover. And the other thing that they did, I don't know if you remember for a while, and I might be wrong, but weren't the Harris brothers like security? Yeah. I mean, you've been pushing them around.
Right, exactly.
Kevin Northcutt.
Kevin Northcutt, right, yeah.
He looked like a real deal guy.
Right. We treated security like they should be treated on the show. They should look like they should look like they'd be able to handle.
Right, bro. When I see, and I've seen this in WWE, when I see a girl, and I've seen it in AEW, when I see a girl taking out like 5 or 6 security guards, I'm like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
That doesn't make her look tough. It makes the whole look fake.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Next is from Dale M. Fortune. +2, Cornette was saying like when you watch these indie guys. And like they're getting thrown around, and they're like overemphasizing their bumps and looking like they're working, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. Just the simplest way.
It's hard to suspend disbelief.
Right.
Like I actually had one time, we had a girl who was a badass, but everything she did looked real, right? And like security was separating her and another girl. And we got the smallest guy and like the next smallest guys. They weren't midgets. I mean, they weren't little people. They were like, but they just weren't that big, right? I had her whoop a little on them, and then everybody else pulled her over. She didn't beat up 7 guys.
Dude, this was what they need to do too when you do these pull aparts. Because I saw it in I saw a thing like, dude, have one of the security guards get behind the guy in a choke.
Right.
And just have him try to find, bro. You gotta, because like you said, you gotta look like you have like 15 security guards there, and they can't hold down 2 guys. Like that's ridiculous, So, all right, next is from. What do you think about the 100 men versus the 1 gorilla thing that was trending on X for a while? Would you bet on the gorilla or the 100 guys?
Gorilla.
Absolutely, it wouldn't even be a contest because like you can't hurt the gorilla.
We talked over this briefly. Now, number one, I'm a huge fan of animals, okay?
Right.
So I watch a lot of animal shows, and I'm a huge fan of when animals go over, right? When you get too close and they bite you, or, you try to get into the enclosure to feed them, and they just destroy you. What was the question? I'm sorry. Oh, gorilla or the guy? Bro, gorillas are savages.
Yeah.
They will rip up 100 guys like it's nothing because you're hitting him and it ain't going to hurt him unless you stick him in the eye. And even that'll probably get him more mad. A gorilla's not a human.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've got 100 times the testosterone we have. They would rip you off. And I doubt after he just takes care of like the first 10 guys, the other 90 are even going to want any part of him.
Out of there.
No, because he'll rip your head off, bro. Like literally.
He'll be ripping arms off and hitting other people with it.
Yeah, they'll break bones when they hit you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't understand who started that.
I'm asking this on Grok.
Right.
How many times stronger?
Good question.
Okay, how many times stronger is a gorilla than a human? I want to see how many times stronger it's. Okay.
450.
All right. So how many times stronger is a gorilla than a human? The strength of a gorilla is compared. Okay, so grip strength. Okay, all right. God. Okay, muscle mass. Okay, the gorilla is like 300 to 430 pounds. Okay, men are 150 to 200, so it's white. It's slaughter there. Grip strength. A human might grip 100 to 200 pounds with one hand at peak training. Gorillas, 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of force. Okay. Overall strength claims that a silverback gorilla is 4 to 9 times stronger than the average human male in terms of lifting, pulling, or striking power. And some other claims are saying they could be 10 to 20 times. But the conclusion is 4 to 9 times stronger than a human being, which means now just imagine an average human being punching you in the face and having 9 times that.
Right, you're done, bro. That's why I said the first 10 guys will get mauled, the head ripped off, arms ripped off, crushed, and the other 90 would say.
Exactly, yeah. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs, and there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played, with the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content, and being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones, and thank you for picking us. Boom.